So this is my sketchbook. Hi. The last time I did it on Instagram, but I figured most people don't even have it on Instagram. Oh, okay, hi. So right, this is like some colors I had for some pens and like markers, and like here these are like some of the things I use for like line art. This one, the Pilot G2 0.38, that's the one I like to use, but I could never find it in other stores. Like in Walmart, I've been there, and Target, I could never find them. And it's like the thinnest like point of it, and I can't find any refills. So obviously here, it's just like a bunch of drawings of Edward. When I first made this, um I wanted it to be I wanted to be like all professional and stuff when I first started, but then like as you go into it, like I stopped caring. And then like see, I was trying to go professional still, and like, oh, it's Percy, like this unfinished sketch, and I was like, here, Percy reference sketch, even though I've like changed his outfit. This was an art trade. Some of you may know that I had this art trade with Cody, and I drew her version of James and Edward. And over here, just some random doodles that you may see on the amino chat. And for those of you who don't know, the amino chat is basically where like fandoms get together. I'm in the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom in the amino. And then here are like drawings of James. James in his railway series colors, and then like just there. And then it's just tiny James being goofy. T-posing. By the way, like some images I draw here, but I am in an Instagram group chat, and some of us like to, let's say, draw not safe for work art. So I'll usually move it in case like y'all don't want to see that. And like I kept drawing more of James here. I would usually draw him in school. Like I would just bring this small sketchbook to school. I would like draw usually in my English class because we would be reading, but instead of like actually people following along, we would have like audiobooks listening to it. And like I tend to follow like to audio instead of reading, so I would just be drawing. Um so yeah. And then there's like more of Edward. Um so here, like, this is when I started to now draw him like in, I don't know if you could see it in the thumbnail. I'm not sure if it even shows, but like I was starting to draw him now like in a different state. And then there's the ponytail, which started younger Edward. Um so yeah. And then this, I stopped like caring really. Like it went from like, oh, one character for one page to like multiple characters. And like so we have the Flying Scotsman and like Gordon. There's like this one and this one. Those are like two designs of Hero, because at some point already I wanted to draw Hero. Oh yeah, Blue Diamond. I was just I was bored of drawing Thomas's Tank Engine character, so I just like drew Blue Diamond and the Pearl. Then this is a drawing of Lady. And then here's where I started to pay attention to like Hero. Like I knew that moment, like I want to draw Hero. And like I was just making him, and like I thought about it, and I already knew what I wanted him to look like. And I was like, and so, oof, it might be ending. Um, I mean, I did heard that they were trying to get like a season 9 or something. I'm not sure if it's Steven Universe or a different show, But like I heard they were trying to like stretch the season. But like here's the drawings of like Hero. When I drew him, by the way, I was a bit worried cuz I cuz like I would see it and I'm like, are people going to get offended the way I like draw his eyes and stuff like a bit narrow? And here's where I try and go back to being professional again. So you have like Henry, Wine Mom Henry, there's Emily, there's Gordon, Percy, and then there's like Edward again. I really liked the way I drew Edward's eyes. And so like a few times I tried to recreate it, like I tried recreating Edward's eyes like how I did it with Emily. And this was just like a random drawing I did. Like I like to sketch it out and like they may or may not be coming soon. Um but at some point I just started like I wanted to stop because I try and like make it all like professional in case like someone wants to see, but like other times I'm like please don't ever ask. And then like I tried recreating the Edward's eyes thing again, and like I liked it. I liked the way Henry's eyes turned out. And then there's like I didn't know what I was doing in this page, to be honest. Like right here, I don't know. I can't draw. I don't know. And then like at that point, I got like annoyed. I didn't know what to draw, so I just like skipped the whole page. And I did not like the way I drew Lady here. She looks really young. And I was trying to do like this design with I was trying to do this like little design with James's his vest. And then here I was drawing younger Edward, but I kind of don't like that I gave him the straps. I don't the suspenders. I don't know what they're called. I don't like it because it looks too similar to Thomas, and obviously when Edward was like young, he would probably be different. So again, I try and go back to being professional and like you have Daisy, there's Toby in the bottom, there's Henry and Gordon, there's Percy and James, and there's like more of it. And then here it's just like, what am I doing? Look at them goofy boys. Then I was gonna do this whole page about like Henry and Percy and like their relationship as children. Well, it's Percy as a child. By the way, over here, just ruin his day. And then this is like Bill and Ben. At that point, I already had the idea that I wanted to draw them, and like I knew I wanted them to somewhat have like curly hair. Obviously, that's not the right color I wanted to give them. And like here was this whole thing that I wanted to do with like and like Percy and Henry, um like the relationship. Like Percy and Henry both want something, a family. The two are not close but close enough. Percy looks up to Henry as this mother figure because being a part of his life, especially when he was a baby. And then Henry loves children, Percy being the smallest as well as the most needy. Aiding children gives him more of a purpose. Holding them gives off a warm, good feeling. And then you have them together, happy. I don't like the way I drew his eyes. These two are much better. This whole drawing is a mess. And that sunlight you just see is my cat going in the window. There's the glimpse of my cat. That's all you see, him peeking out the window. I don't know what is wrong with me. For some reason I draw Percy like this. Weirdly. a lot of people have told me like to draw more of like the Railway series characters, and I had been thinking about doing Boko, but like I'm still thinking what clothes would he wear? And like I need to go back and like see episodes of Boko and like see his personality. And then obviously I went back here like I wanted to do like these little spots because I thought it looked really cool. And like you have James being Goofy, Henrietta, there's Edward, Percy, and like Gordon. At that point when I drew Gordon, I wanted to improve my anatomy. And so there's some drawings of me trying to like make it better. Um like up there on the top left corner, it like I'm trying like I gave him a semi-muscular arm cuz I knew like a lot of people have Gordon as this muscular character and I agree with that. Then Henry being a Y mom again and just like Edward being a dad. And right here I was practicing with some markers that I bought with Lady cuz I would have like I think I only had like 4 or like 5 markers that I would use like through the whole time and everything else would be like colored pencils. And then I was gonna draw them at the beach. And like I had to sketch everybody out and this was like a comic that I never finished. That I wanted to do but I never thought of it. And like it's Thomas talks to Lady about like why did he leave him? Because in my AU, which stands for alternate universe, like you all probably understand by now. Um Lady is like Thomas's mom and like I have this whole thing about it of like Thomas's father supposedly being named after him. He was murdered by Diesel 10 and it's probably weird but like I don't know why I still did it. I like the idea. And so like these are the characters I was drawing for like this little beach thing. I did not like I thought it was a good look on Toby, but then when I did it, I'm like, never mind. And here is the beach. This is them at the beach. This sketch. When I did it, I didn't expect it to be digital, but later on I drew it digitally. And just like at this point I didn't know what I wanted to draw. Henry is my go-to character when I want to draw something. And I have the little family here. This one is a very early drawing. Like I went back I think a few days ago just to draw this. And this is I want to redo James's hair. I don't like it because I thought it was way different when I first drew James, but like I want to change it now. There you have the sheep baby. I hate these two. Um so yeah, it's sheep. This all you see, the other top part is sin. You cannot see. This all you get to see. The thing on top is a sin. There we go back with the little like drawings. I drew James sad. I don't know why I just drew Emily sad as well. By now you should probably know that I am a Henry and Gordon shipper. I'm sorry if none of you like ships. I don't mind if you don't like ships. This whole page is wasted. And then I drew Percy as a kitty. Because I also have a cat AU of them. And for the cat AU, I have them. They're basically on this little they're like on this window post of like of like Knapford Station. They're for like display as like people wait for like their train, and so like the people would look at them. And like here, I wanted to do something like a reference Percy's scarf. Like Percy's all angry, they don't know why. Like he just wants a scarf. And then there's like an alternative universe. Like if I kept Henry as like the railway series of him being like a jerk, like he doesn't give him the scarf, he's all sad. And then like if this were to be Henry now, like he would give him the scarf. And he's all relaxed. He likes being warm. And then here's where the cat AU comes in. Basically, like I said, they're in this like window post and the passengers are waiting for them like in Knapford Station, and they like the people just look through the map at the window and they're just there for display. And like you have I don't know at the top of my head what each one was supposed to be, but I know that like I had the breed names for them. I do know that Gordon is supposed to be a Siamese. Henry is supposed to be a Persian as well as Percy. And Edward is supposed to be a Turkish van. No, Turkish Angora. And James is supposed to be a ragdoll. And then I drew Sir Topham Hatt right here. Just holding Henry. I think Diesels would be like dogs. This was for a comic. It was like for Father's Day, and I have like James nervous, cause James is like curious about Gordon and Mayu, but like because he's like curious, he wants to be like him, but like Gordon isn't very interested in James. He doesn't really like him, and like I have him give him this like letter to Gordon, or this like little like drawing of him, and like here like he's supposed to say thank you and like appreciate, and then just like this little doodle just to like fill in the space. And here's where like I drew Bill and Ben, and then I made it into like a digital form. And this was supposed to be like another Father's Day theme, but that I never really like posted. And this was just a random drawing of Emily. That exists. Nothing else to be said. I don't know if I'm gonna skip this page. I was trying to practice anatomy because I want to get better. Obviously, like it's good to improve, and showing it now, I shouldn't be embarrassed. But like I'm practicing anatomy. I want to get better. And this is an image of like supposedly Thomas's dad, and there's Lady, and there's like a little baby Thomas. But yeah. Just more sketches. I don't know. This is like obviously inspired by like the whole the thing Pearl does from Steven Universe, and then I redrew Rosie. And then I made her digital later on, and then like just more drawings. Again, more. I was practicing with the markers that I have, and obviously I need to learn how to draw the skin because I hate it the way it makes their skin look dark. And at that point, I'm like, I don't want to color their faces anymore. And I was practicing how to draw Diesel 10. This is a little reference, and then like at that point when I drew it, I'm like, okay, I know how I want to draw him now. Everybody literally has the same thing for Diesel 10, and I'm here like, can we all just agree this is what Diesel 10 looks like? Everybody has him in like these like work pants, these boots, and this like black shirt. It's tight, and like his hair is like someone back, and everybody has him with this like robotic arm or something like that. I did it too, but like I made it in the digital version. Like it's like a different color, a prosthetic arm. I think that's how you say it. And this is like something else. If I wanted to have like a different version of him, like have a cloak or something like that for like Day of the Diesel, cause like I don't know, he's supposed to be like all scary and stuff. We're supposed to be scared of him when Percy like meets him, which is how like that image is there. And so like when I made these little 10, I'm like, how can I do this without people saying, "Oh, you stole this person's design?" I'm like, everybody has the same thing. Please, can we all agree to this? Um, so yeah, me more of me practicing with like the markers. This is the only successful one. And this. I don't at this point I'm like I don't want to use gray anymore for like their skin. And then I drew little Percy and Edward. Some of y'all already know. Y'all know what the fuck is up. The comic. This is where it all started. So what I did during the comic, I made a comic, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I made a comic about Percy's origin. It is a 10-page comic about where Percy came from, which is based on like the baby caterpillar comic that I made about like him being found in this empty shed. And no one ever questions, well, how did he end up in this empty shed? And like this comic answers it. Like where did he come from? Who was he supposed to like live with? Because in my AU, the engines who come to Sodor as like children, they're supposed to be looked after by like an adult, like Edward, Henry, and Gordon, or like Toby. Um, so this is answered, like, but I didn't write the dialogue. I just drew it. I took the picture and scanned it. And then I made it into digital. And these are like the pages. Like this is the second page and like it took so long, especially with me drawing it. But a lot of people have been saying that like it looks really good. They like the way that it turned out. Cause like I put a lot of I knew what I wanted. And like I'm glad that a lot of people liked it. Cause that was like my main fear. Like, what if I wasted my time and what if people don't like it? What if they think it's terrible? But like the people on Amino, they like it. Some people have been telling me, "Oh, I've been rereading it, and like it's Percy trying to figure it out." And like, yeah, the dialogue makes it more. The dialogue makes more sense of it, and yeah, for those of you who probably read it, you already know. And so, a doodle that I made. This is a doodle of um Emily, Gordon, and Edward. Back in like the day, I used to have I had a, I made Emily as like a have a little crush on Thomas, and like she said when she's older she's gonna marry Thomas, and like Edward just jokes around like, oh, he can't wait, and Gordon's here like, hold up, and like this ain't a joke to him, like he is not Thomas is not good enough for Emily, and he just takes her away. People thought Thomas was gasping in this. Here is an image I drew of Henry today. He has all the little babies. You know, Henry has Percy in this little pouch. He's carrying James and Emily, and Thomas is on top. And this was supposed to be this little drawing of like Edward and Thomas, but I didn't finish it. Don't question this, please. I drew Percy because I was gonna do a redraw of like him in a dress and like a wedding dress with Thomas. I went a bit too far, and this is what happened. No, those are not tits. That is like that little line of chest. And yeah, I think that is it. There isn't anything else. So, I guess that's the end of the stream. It was nice to see you all. I'm glad you all came and I hope you like it. And I should probably add more color when I draw. And I should probably go to Walmart. I need another sketchbook. I'm glad you all joined. I hope you liked it, and I'm just gonna go. Don't mind me, just trying to end the stream. Bye.